Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is how to fix your tech. Now today I thought I'd do a bit of a more fun video as, you may have seen if you've been following the channel, my last couple of videos have been pretty boring. Now it almost feels like a job, so I thought I'd take a break from doing crappy job style videos and doing a video that I enjoy a tiny bit more, and hopefully you will too. So today we're going to be swapping out my trusty PC for about the rest of the day, and I'm going to be playing some games on it. So we're basically just going to be trying to use Nan's old PC, for a bit and see how it goes. Now you may have seen a video that I did with my Nan's PC not too long ago, maybe about a year back actually, so getting pretty old now, I guess you could say. But it hasn't really been out for a while. It's been used for a couple videos, just when I didn't want to do something on that PC, because it's got all my stuff on it. But I've kind of moved away from that and more to VirtualBox, but I thought we'd crack it out. So until then, it's time for the intro. Now the first step is to swap this PC out for this PC. Alright, so the first step is hoping it turns on, because that's quite important, as you might realise, in our process. So I plugged everything in, I think properly, so let's give it a shot. Good sign. Now I don't know, I think we might have used this PC in a video before with the SSD, but since the restoring video it has had an SSD in it. Not in the restoring video, because otherwise I wouldn't be saying this, but we have got one in there, so hopefully it should go a tiny bit quicker. But yeah, looks like we're all good. I had to use HDMI instead of DisplayPort because this graphics card is not that new. So yeah, it's pretty good to even just have one in the first place. I think the motherboard has a DisplayPort, but I wouldn't use it because it's obvious. Why would you? But anyway, this is the first time booting it up in quite a while. So we'll bring you closer and see what we can do on it. So straight off the mark, you can tell, no, I barely ever use this. I don't know the last time I used this, but it was quite the while back. Anyway, I think the first thing we're going to do is leave it on Windows 10, but get some games over from the other PC and have some fun with it. Alrighty everyone, so before we play the games and have a look at the video editing, I thought I'd do a bit of a check on how it is using as a normal computer. Already know it's going to be just fine for emails, so yeah, let's try it. So we've got a YouTube video, see how quick it loads on good internet, pretty good. YouTube just loves their automatic resolution, and it never works properly because 1080p on this internet is completely fine. As you can see, it loaded in no time at all. So here we go, just fine. We will skip to here. And yeah, sure, it's a bit of a test on the internet, but that worked completely fine. So yeah, no worries there. And of course, going through something like car sales is no worries at all. And opening a new tab and just, I don't know, just going on Gumtree maybe, because why not? Going into Gumtree is plenty quick for anyone. So web browsing, completely fine. So on to the next. So as you can hopefully see, I've got 3 games. I got, well, 2 games, one we got the video editing software like DaVinci Resolve. We got Counter-Strike and Copper to Pad. Don't even just don't even ask me to try and pronounce that. I've heard people do it just fine, but I'm not that sort of person. I do okay in English for sure, but that's not English. That is barely English in my head. So yeah, it's just a racing game. It's got like a couple Japanese cars and they, you know, yeah, it's a racing game. Let's just stop there. Before I say anything that people might get annoyed about, I don't see how they would, but some people are way too sensitive. So yeah. All right, let's have a go at some games. All right, so I'm really expecting CS GO to play like crap before we set it up properly. So I'll probably just end up skipping it. If not, I'll time-lapse it and record it, but I will probably, and time-lapsing and recording me getting it to work properly. I do want to show you how it goes in the end, so I won't skip over that. But anyway, when we come back, it should be all set up. Alrighty, so as you can see, the settings have been turned down quite a bit. I'm not sure how it goes yet, but it's much smoother, at least in the menu. So here we go. Alright, we'll go free for all. It's against bots, so yeah, it should be pretty quick, hopefully. But yeah. Alright, let's see how it goes. As you can see, yeah, quality is not there at all, but it's a little bit stuttery, but we'll give it a shot, I guess. And no, I cannot hit anything, so I don't know much about what's happening, to be honest. Right now, oh, whoops, I don't know what happened there. Right now, it's not too bad. Let's just tweak the settings a tiny bit more. Well, basically just going through all these, making sure everything is like really, it's bare minimum on what it can be. Alright. Yeah, it's a tiny bit better. It's just stuttery, you know. But to anyone who really wants to just play at the end of the day, it's not half bad. Well, it's yeah. Now you'll notice a difference going to something a bit more high performance in the end. So yeah. See, this is just painful. Yeah. Alright, yeah, so basically we can say nothing that you wouldn't want to play anything all that intense on a PC that's a couple years old, that was never really designed to be high performance. But you may get lucky, and this has room for a new graphics card if it was wanted, and yeah, but you know, it's not the end of the world. But anyway, now let's move on to a bit of an easier game, something that was probably released more around when this PC was built. So there we go. Alright, so loading into this game, the car one, I really don't quite know what to expect because I've set it to 1080p 75Hz. I feel like it should be alright at the end of the day. So, let's see how we go. I don't know about copyright. I really don't worry about it that much, but you never know, it could be copyrighted. I have connected the Xbox controller with the wireless adapter like I pretty much use on my PC all the time. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I pretty much got high hopes for it, I believe. I think it should be fine, but yeah. See how we go. Hopefully well, and if not, we'll have to adjust a couple settings, and that's not the end of the world though. unfortunately the sensitivity is insane right now, so it's pretty much on and off steering wise, unless I use the smallest amount of adjustment ever. And yeah, as you can see, I'm no amazing racer, but this makes it pretty hard, in my favour at least. And no, I'm not and I'm not blaming the game all that much. Although the naming could be improved, maybe. Alright, so while we haven't really been playing it all that much, it's fair to say this looks completely fine. Now that car going past the air was a bit glitchy, but it's fair to say that is completely standable. So now I think it's time to conclude the video, and while I probably could have done a bit more in this video, it's starting to get pretty late. I still need to edit the video on this computer as well, so I need to edit on this computer. It might take a couple more minutes, maybe more, about like 20 minutes, and some ripped out hair off my head, because it's probably going to be a bit annoying, maybe. But anyway, time to conclude. Alright everyone, so there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. I sure enjoyed making it, and I'm sure this will encourage me to use Nan's PC a bit more. I'm sure I won't whip it out when I want to play a game because my one does that perfectly fine already. But you know, it's just cool to see that you can play some games on there. While CS was probably a little intense for it, just saying. You know, some of these other games, like that car game, were a bit better and perfectly reasonable to play, and I've got a couple more that I could have played, like Live for Speed or something. Anyone who's watched the first and most popular video on the channel has probably come across Live for Speed before, and that would have run completely fine on this computer. So it's just nice to know that you can do that on your Nan's old PC, if you have her old PC, of course. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is How to Fix Your Tech, and I'll see you in another video.